I want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. In Matthew chapter 24, verse 36, Jesus says that no man can know the day or the hour but the Father. But in Revelation chapter 1, verse 1, it says the revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him. Does this mean that now God the Father isn't the only one that knows the day or hour of his return? Well, let's go back into Matthew chapter 24. Obviously, it's the Olivet Discourse. It's a famous second coming passage. And yes, in verse 36, Jesus basically says only the Father knows the hour of his return. Now, let me remind each and every one of us that in Philippians, it talks about in chapter 2 that Jesus, in his incarnation, allowed himself to be in flesh. What I mean by that is, what we understand is Jesus was 100% God. He was 100% man. However, he still hungered. He still thirsted. He was still limited by, shall I say, the laws of physics of the creative order. You say, well, why is this important? Because Matthew 24, he's on the Olivet Discourse. In Matthew chapter 27, he is crucified on a cross. Matthew 28, he raises from the dead. He's in a resurrected body. And at the end of Matthew chapter 28, verse 18, he says, all things have now been given unto me. And what I believe the answer to this question is, on the Mount of Olives, yes, in that incarnated humanness, there is this aspect of, hey, I don't have all that access right now, but in his resurrected state, he is aware of, knows the, not just the hour, but the millisecond when everything will occur. So I think the important way to answer this question isn't somehow Jesus's lack of knowledge or only the Father's knowledge. However, in the idea of this 33 and a half years of the incarnation, you have to understand he's not seated at the right hand of the Father. He's not in the heavens. He is not in that perspective of which he did possess in Matthew 28 on his resurrection when he said, all things have been given unto me. Great question. If you have one, send it to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at AskJeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.